Good morning, everyone. My name is Natasha. Thank you so much for being here. If you are here from YouTube or any of my other platforms, welcome. This series is for every woman who's ever had to figure it all out with what you have right now. And so if you are here because you're tired of doing that, I am just the girl, just the channel for you to make some definite moves and changes. I am filming in my closet. I could put like a cover or whatever, but this is just real life. This is the place that I have available to me right now to be able to go ahead and make this content for you. So in this series, we are not waiting for perfect. We're building systems that work, even in chaos, cash binders, spring cleaning routines, side hustles, freezer meals, all of it. We are doing all of it together. The next 9 months, we are going to be spending quite a bit of time together. I will, on some of my videos, they will just be an update for myself, things that are challenging or things that I have achieved. I want this platform and my channel to be a space for moms, parents, anyone really who feel like they are just not making it, that they are barely keeping themselves above water. I talked about that briefly in my video before this one, giving like a kind of overview update on what is coming. In that video, I also talked about how being consistent is very difficult for me. And so just having a cheerleader make a comment or a suggestion or even some constructive criticism, I'm perfectly fine with. I am 44. I am married to my high school sweetheart. We have been married or together for almost 30 years. We have 2 grown children, both boys, 22 and 24. They both are well and are doing quite fine for themselves, figuring out who they are. They both went to either college or trade school. My oldest is getting married in the next couple of months. So those are all very exciting things that are going on with me. And mostly the reason I wanted to do this series is not only to be consistent for myself on this channel, but also, especially in today's world and economy, it's even more inevitable that people just aren't making it. So in this series, this is just going to be a collective overview. My next video that will come out on, I'm just going to probably stagger my videos for this series. I may have other things going on in my channel on the other days, so this is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday videos will be coming out that pertain to this specific series. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview today. I'll let you know what is going to be in the next video when we truly get started. But watch this one all the way through. I do have some homework that I'm going to want you to do that is going to be helpful for every aspect of what we do over this next 9 months together. So before I get into that, if you didn't watch my previous video, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in November 1st of 2007. It completely derailed the trajectory of the way that we thought that our family and our lives were going to go. It definitely made things hard financially, spiritually, within our marriage. We dealt with quite a few things there. And so I'm doing this, and anything that I tell you, anything that I suggest, it is either I have gone through it or I wish I had somebody like this talking to me and letting me know what my other options are. And so also my biggest goal, and it is something that I wish that I could have figured out when my kids were younger, is that families, parents, mothers in general, in the way that our mind works and the way that things are right now, if you are barely making it, your bills are paid, but everything else around you, you don't know how you're going to figure it out. Or you may be the mom or family that are behind on your bills, and you need to figure out a different alternative, a different side hustle that can help you with that. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this for you, because we've been there. Being completely raw and honest, when I was diagnosed and I could no longer work, I had worked since I was 14 years old. We went through not being able to make our bills. We went through repossession of a vehicle, having to buy a hoopty van, just trying to make it. And we did all of those things without our children ever knowing that their little lives did not change. We did not think. Everything for them changed, stayed the same. Now, as they're adults, they have made a couple comments, like they didn't know about how bad it was there for a little bit, but they did know and notice that for me, that I could not be present, and that that I was defeated most of the time because I was just in survival mode all the time. My husband was trying the best that he could financially, worked all the time. I was sick a lot. I had 2 smaller children that I was trying to take care of. We were struggling with bills because I could not work. Just a lot. And I know that there are probably people that are watching this video, I hope, that can relate to, not, if not all, but some of what I'm talking about. So I'm saying that all to be said that I know how you feel. I have been probably in most of your situations. We all have a story. We have had things that have gone on. But what if we could take the next 9 months and we could get a cleaning schedule? I have a downloadable 8 minutes that you can take every single day. It is a downloadable, printable thing that includes getting dinner ready in 8 minutes. 3 rooms, you're going to spend 8 minutes in each room cleaning it. You're going to take 8 minutes away from everybody to get yourself ready for the day. Hair, makeup, everything. You are going to get a load of laundry done. I think everything, including going for a walk or going for a run, whatever makes you happy. I have 3 rooms included in that: getting dinner prepped, getting yourself ready for the day, going for a walk, getting a load of laundry done, and being done with all of that within, I think, an hour and 30 minutes. And I use that almost every single day. That is something that I can provide to you. I will have it in my stand store. I will also have I'm going to go through all these things with you. I'm just letting you know some of the things that I have already ready. I've been working on this for a while. It's something I'm very passionate about, and I hope you can tell that by my videos. I don't care about all of this, the information that I'm going to give you, and I hope that the information that I end up giving you, this all behind me, like in my closet. We live with my parents on a compound here in their house. It was built 110 years ago. This room that we live in, we had a big, beautiful house. We moved from Arizona here. I'm not going to get into all the details, but there were reasons. We were told from the man upstairs on multiple occasions that we needed to go home. I'm not going to get into all the details that ended up happening after we got here, but my husband has been working at his job for 25 plus years. We had a big house. We've done the mortgage. We paid off our mortgage in Arizona. We came here with a set amount of money, and so that is what we were blessed with, that situation. But there were things that happened when we got here, medical issues, deaths, things like that, that we knew that we were in the right place. But I'm not sure why I told you all of that, but I just want you to know how genuine and happy and excited I am to be able to help you, that everybody has different situations that they have been put in, are in, need to get out of, need help, need assistance, and hopefully within this 9 months I can help you do all of that. I can help you make a chore list for your family, make sure that there is consistency and structure. Those 2 words are something that I'm going to say a lot within this series. It is very important for your children and your family to have structure within your home. That does not mean yelling and screaming at one another. I don't think, probably on both of my hands, in my children's lives, how many times they have ever heard my husband and I scream at each other or yell at each other like that. You know, high, like you could definitely tell that you're pissed off, or even my children. Both of them grown now, but in the time frame of, you know, in their 22 and 24 years of life, I can probably count on maybe one hand how many times yelling and screaming has ever happened within our home. It is not appropriate. It is not a way of getting your point across. My children, and hopefully some of you can relate to me, I count 1, 2, 3, and then I give them a look. And that is the only thing that I need to do in order to get them, when they were younger, to do their job. They had no idea what happened after this look because I never had to. It is okay for them to have a little bit of fear of you, of what the consequence may be if they disrespect you, but it also has to be structured. It can't change from this time to the next. The consequences for their actions has to be the same all the time. But mostly, and I can't stress this enough, most of the time when you are angry at your children or your children are frustrated, you are not talking. You are yelling, you are making a suggestion, and vice versa. A lot of the times we forget that our children have never done every single day before. They have never been a 10-year-old in elementary school who may be having a hard time with a bully. They may be 15 years old, a boy, and he is going through puberty and he just doesn't want to tell you about it. So it is our job as their parents to make sure that we are available and sounding boards to be able to take the load off them. It is also appropriate when you sit down at the table and he or she tells you that they need to speak to you about something, you can ask them, do you want me to have an opinion? Do you want to hear my opinion about what you're about to tell me, or would you like me just to listen? And that right there just breaks those barriers that we unintentionally put up. I'm gonna ramble probably a lot. I don't have like everything mapped out, but those are just some of the things that I've done for myself and for my family. My boys, with me, they always knew that they had somebody that they could come and talk to, regardless of the situation. We will get into that more, but I also want to just tell you, I have been promoting on my TikTok that I have a summer little a printout for you that you can get on my stand store that will be free, just to give you kind of a guide on what to do now that your children are out of school. I will also have a video here probably at the end of the week of different promotions that you can do over the summer, finding things that are free for you and your children to do over the summer, things like that. I will do a video like that. We will also go over easy to do meal plans for the summer. We'll make a grocery list. We will make sure we stay on whoever's budget. But the biggest two things that we are probably going to get from this, there are other things that I have on my list, but we are going to first start the next video, my video on Wednesday. These are the things that I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to try to not make my videos more than like 20-25 minutes. If I do, I will apologize. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to sit down with yourself, with your spouse, anybody who's contributing to the finances of your family. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to write down your bills in one section. I need you to write down things that are a necessity in your family. Obviously, gas is a necessity. Groceries is a necessity. Things like that are necessities. So the bills are going to be anything that has a due date. That's including your subscriptions. That's including your cell phone bill, your utilities, your rent, all of those things. Anything that has a due date is going to go in the bill section. I need you to write down the name of the bill, the due date of that bill, the name of the bill, the due date of the bill, the amount that you have to pay of that bill, and do that for every bill. Then you're going to go to necessities, things that coffee every morning before work is not a necessity. Going out to eat is not a necessity, and I will get into that in just a moment. The things that you have to get every single time that you go to the grocery store. If you're bi-weekly, we can do some adjustments. So maybe up at the top you can put let's just start this out good. This is going to be 2025, a new beginning for our family. I want you to put that across the top, and I will put it down here too, because this right here, you're going to also put the date up in the right hand corner. This is going to be a where we started type of thing here. So we're going to do the bills, necessities, and then below that we are going to put other. And you're going to go through your bank statement and you're going to look at every single month. How much do I pay at Starbucks? How much do I spend at Starbucks? How much do I spend eating out? How much do I spend if my son played competitive baseball? How much do I spend on that? All of those things. Up in the bills, your credit card. Your credit cards go there too. I would like you to put the name of the credit card, the amount due on the credit card, the credit limit available on the credit card, I think I said due date. All of the things that you did for your other bills, you need to put there too. But one other thing, I want you to put the interest rate that you pay for that bill right beside everything else for the credit cards. And then I also want you, once you are done with that, that should be pretty full. Now I want you to turn it over, and I'm going to have you write a couple of things out. So you're going to write each name of your child. You're going to put beside it what grade they are in. Are they in elementary school? Are they in middle school? Are they in high school? Are they in college? Is it a baby? Are you pregnant? If you're pregnant, congratulations. I will have something for you as well. So just put all that there and then leave a space. Are they in any sports? Do they take medicine for anything? Are they in any type of club? Anything like that, put that there. Okay, and now after you're done with your children, now you're going to make a spot for your husband and a spot for yourself, and you're going to make a spot for your animals. So under your husband, is there anything that he is a necessity for him? Again, Starbucks is not a necessity. Going out to eat is not a necessity, but we will be handling all of that. I understand that those things happen. Who does not enjoy going out to eat? It's ridiculously expensive to do that, and you can hardly find a good waiter these days. But anyways, so do all of that. Do the same thing for yourself. And then for you and your husband needs to fill this out. If there was one thing that he could do for himself, like going to the gym. So something for himself. The next one is going to be, these are all going to be things that he wants to do for himself. Is there something that he needs that he has not purchased? Is there anything that he would like to do for himself that he has not done? So if he wanted to go have a gym membership, if he needed a new vehicle and he's like, it's going to die, things like that. So each of you list 3 things. If you want to write that you would like to get your hair done on a monthly basis, then write that down and kind of an estimate on how much that would cost. And just do those 3 for yourself. So that is your that is going to be your homework for the end of this video. We're going to take this information in Wednesday's video. My thoughts of what I believe we can make all of this happen with, not including your bills, not including the necessities, but if you could look in your budget and see if you could find $338 just for the first month, and then the second month and thereon after, the only amount that would be coming out of your monthly paychecks would be $175. So the point in me telling you this is because that is the reason. This is probably the second reason why we're doing this. The first reason is you probably have never done this before. I am 44. I just turned 44, and it wasn't until about 4 years ago that I did this for myself. And it is definitely eye-opening. It is a lot of things, but it is very important for us to start here, and so that we can get to a place where we aren't stressing the way we are right now. The only other thing that I would like you to do is to turn it back over, and any of the bills that you have written out, put like a star asterisk in like a different color of ink off to the left side if you are behind on any of those. And if you are, in Wednesday's video, first, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing, everything is fine. We are going to figure it out. So if you are behind on anything, in Wednesday's video, I will briefly talk about this part, but we will not be, if you are behind, we have to get you out of being behind on whatever bill that is before you can move forward in doing what is going to be most of Wednesday's video. I will help you figure out what we need to do in order to get that paid for, so that that bill or bills are current. But we are also going to talk about, if all of your bills are current, what that $338 is going to cover. I can tell you right now, I'm not going to go all into it, but it is going to be so powerful for your family. I can tell you briefly that that $338 is going to, we're going to do binders like this or envelopes like this, whichever you have. Each child, regardless of age, we will be budgeting for everything that happens within their little lives. So that, I mean, how many birthdays have they had and we never budgeted for it throughout the entire year, and we're like, oh crap, their birthday's next week, and so we're scrambling. Same thing for Christmas. We're not doing that anymore. So every child, I think there's either 7 to 10 little categories that they're going to have in each one of their binders. Each child is going to have their own binder. As they get older, when they're in middle school, high school, college, that number is going to change. We will also have a family binder. So things like date night, emergency fund, maintenance on your vehicle, maintenance on your house, car registration, bulk grocery shopping, buying meat from a professional meat supplier, farmer, at the beginning of the next year, being able to do that. I think there was a couple of more that I added as well, but those will be included in the family budget. And then each parent, mom and dad, there will be a set amount that you receive every single week out of your budgeted amount. that you are free to do whatever you want with. Gas will be included, things like that. The only thing within that $338, obviously your monthly bills will not be included in that. Your groceries, regular groceries, will not be included in that. Gas will be included in that. But we will work through all of that together. We will figure it all out. And I am actually personally going to do it with you. Obviously, like I said earlier, I have 2 grown children. However, I, in the future, will have grandchildren. I also have nieces. So I am going to do this budgeting with you, go through everything with you as if I had 2 elementary age children. We will go through each category that I recommend for elementary age, what I recommend for middle school, what I recommend for high school and college. So each child will be getting $33 to put in their stuff in their binders every single week. You will be doing it for them, but it will go into their binder. They will have money in there, so it will cover the chores. For the chores, the money that you pay them for the chores that they're going to do. It will also have money for them when they do a great job at school. You will have money already set aside to reward them, with a small toy, things like that. I've pre-thought about all of those things. Just the things that are important. Also, $15 a week will be set aside so that once a month you and your family can go to dinner, go do something fun, just reconnect, and get out of the monotony of the day-to-day. If your children play sports, that is also included. Your kids' summer in general will be in there. We will be focusing a lot on school clothes and school supplies within this. We will do all of that within the $338. I know you're like, how can we even? But we will. We will definitely do it, and we're going to be doing it on a weekly basis. I will have dashboards that you will be able to print out so that you can make your envelopes. I will be making them with you. I also have some budgeting things to make it a whole lot easier. I will present them to you, go over them with you, and then have them available in my stand store. Most everything will be free. There will be a couple of things that I spent a lot of time doing and I think will be beneficial that I may, charge just a couple of dollars for. I'm not trying to get rich on any of this. I'm trying to be helpful and make your guys' lives and your family structure just amazing. Everybody can always use improvement. I love my family. I love the structure of my family, but when they were little, times got very tough, and this is mostly for moms. I want you to be able to enjoy everything that your children do. Every game, every recital, be able to be present and not be stressing about everything in your head. And I know that you can relate to me, and I just want that for life is too short. I've had a lot of deaths in my family just recently. A lot of medical diagnoses that probably won't end well. And so I have just felt pushed to, maybe it's a distraction from what is actually going on, but hopefully I can help somebody make their lives and their children's lives just a little bit better. And most of all, I don't know, I'm so emotional. My children are not little anymore. And so you're not needed in the same way. So I want you to be able to be present and enjoy, because they just don't stay small. And I want you to be able to remember all the amazing things, the little accomplishments, the trophies, but I want you to be able to be engaged and remember those things, because I don't remember a lot of the things that my kids did when around the time that I was talking about, because life was just so hard. It was tough, and it was just trying to get by, trying to make it. And we do a very good job of not letting people know that we are not in a good space. And so I'm going to end this video. It is already ran over, and I'm sorry for crying, but I hope that you stick around and that you subscribe and that you do this with me for the next 9 months. We will transform your life, your family's life, and I hope that you stay, and I hope that you get some great information from what I am gifting to you. Just hold on. Help is coming, and we will get started in the video on Wednesday. Please do your homework. I will write it all out in the description down below, and we will get started on a path to a new way of seeing everything, of doing everything. Oh, and by the way, if you ever had thought about getting a, like a side gig, we're going to be doing that too together. We are. I resell on Poshmark. I've been reselling on that platform for 12 years. If you want to go and subscribe to my platform, it's at Mother Spears 30. I will leave that down below as well, but I will be helping you make a little bit of side income, and it's not going to take any money from you. It is not going to cost you anything but time, and we are going to spring clean together, and we're going to find 10 to 15 pieces out of every single room that you clean in order to resell them on Poshmark. And that, in the second month, is why the budget of $338 is decreased by 50% to $170, because we are going to make that other $170 up by your little side gig. I know, it's going to be exciting. I hope you'll stick around. I have so much information to share with you. I'm not a professional accountant. I'm not a professional life coach, but I am a professional mom, and I'm a professional wife, and I have been through pretty much everything that I'm going to share with you. So I hope that encourages you to stick around, and I will see you in my next video.